welcome to Virtual ASP. It's just a time for the kids, you guys, to hop on here, see your coordinator, see the other coordinators, and just see your SEI family. We need to stay connected now more than ever, so make sure to always tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I believe so. Senior coordinators are going to be taking over Virtual ASP for a little bit. We just think that we just want to show love to our seniors. They've done such a good job this year, especially with the circumstances that they have had. So we just want to take some time and shout them out, show them some love. And I believe that Rashad Taylor is going to be going on Thursday. So make sure to tune in and listen to what he has to say. So with that being said, I'm going to bring in one of my girls, Miss Salam, so we can go shout out. Hi, Salam.
Hey.
How
Hey,
are
how
you?
are you?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Good.
hmm
Can't hear you very well. Yeah, you doing well?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I think it was just lagging for a second.
All right.
So, okay, you're a senior. Tell us a little bit about how your senior year as a whole has been.
I think it was definitely stressful. That was just like a natural part of my senior year, but it was really fun. And I have like so much gratitude for the time that we did have together. And yeah, it was such a great experience and so much bonding happened.
Okay, that's awesome. If you had to take one highlight from this year, what do you think it would be?
I think my favorite memory was visiting prom venues with Julia and Tamia. I think it was in like April we did that, but we were like in the beginning process of planning prom, and it was the first moment where it felt like super real, like we're doing it, we've done this. So yeah, even though it couldn't happen, I was still really happy that we could do that together.
Yeah, so it's still kind of a bittersweet memory. You didn't get to have prom, but it was still a cool experience to kind of be able to figure out where it was going to be.
hmm
Yeah, it's lagging a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what have you been up to during this quarantine? Maybe you can give us maybe one of your goals off of your ISP that you've been working on during this time.
Yeah, one of my goals from ISP was to do like a digital declutter, which is something that I never would have done if it weren't for this free
Hmm.
time that we've been having. But like deleting photos, deleting videos, deleting pins, deleting apps, doing all that stuff. And it's made
Hmm.
me feel, I don't know, a lot more balanced, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your phone's like a big part of your life, so going through and
Hmm.
clearing that out was nice.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I even forget to do that. I think a lot of us are running out of storage on our phones because we have to download so many apps. But that's a
Yeah.
really that was a good goal. When we made that together, I remember thinking like, oh, I should do that. A lot of your goals were just really well thought out. So tell us a little bit about your
Thanks.
future plans. Any colleges that you've committed to or anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be going to Howard in the fall. I'm gonna be studying English. That's gonna be my major with a concentration in creative writing, and my minor is
Mhm.
gonna be African Studies. So I want to finish my bachelor's out there in DC, and then hopefully come back to Portland and get my master's at PSU, and just
Awesome.
freelance write and hopefully become a teacher if I get my master's in education. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Wow, that is so dope. Did you guys hear that? She's going to Howard. That is amazing. Like, I know we talked a little bit about what you're gonna pack and it's gonna be kind of stressful. Have you started packing yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not yet, not yet. But I
Remember,
have
my teacher
started
said
looking at housing.
fall clothes first and then winter clothes because then you can always come back home for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's gonna be hot out there. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. I'm so used to Portland.
Yeah, it's gonna be really different, but that's so exciting. I'm really proud of you. If you have if you
Thanks.
had any advice to give any underclassmen that are watching, what would you tell them? How do they get
I
from Jefferson High School to a university like Howard?
I'd say know your why. Like, know why you do the things that you do. Know why you're signing up for those classes you're taking. Know why you're surrounding
Mhm.
yourself with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Because when it gets to senior year, you're only doing it for you, really. So you
Mm,
have to know why you're doing it.
that's so wise. I think
Thank
that that
you.
is amazing advice. So any underclassmen, make sure you know your why, especially going into your senior year, and it will help you. Thank you so much, Slum. I know you have a class right now, so I'm going to let you go, but thank you so
Yeah.
much for hopping on. Shout out to Shalom. She's going to
Yeah,
Howard.
thanks for having me.
Welcome. See you, girl.
Bye.
Okay, next we have Mr. Sanchez. Richie Sanchez, where you at? Richie, if you're on here, I need you to ask to join. Don't know if I see you on here. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna move to Miss Mekdez. Richie, you can ask to join. If I see you on, I'll get you next. But we're gonna go to Mekdez. So let's see. Let's bring her in here. Oh, I got you next, Richie. Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. Richie, ask to be added again. I'm not seeing a request from you. There you are. Okay, bringing you in. Richie, there you are.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain. You know, it's a nice day outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining finally.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
It is.
So tell us how you've been during this time of social distancing.
Man, it's been the most boring thing there is.
Really? I've heard you've been taking some bike rides and stuff. So and you've been twitching. Is that what it's called? Twitching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been streaming a little.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been streaming. I built me a computer. I should be streaming again here in about probably the next week.
You built yourself a computer?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that is insane. That's wild. I would never be
about
able to do.
$100 worth of parts.
Wow. So you've really been keeping yourself busy. That's
hmm
cool.
Yeah,
So, Richie, tell us a little bit about, or share with us a highlight from your senior year so far.
and it would be having a straight 4.0 from like each semester. So like, you know, getting all A's, passing my classes, you
Mm-hmm.
know, all that, which hasn't been done since like sixth grade.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Look at you. Good job. That is no small feat, 4.0. That is That's hard to do. You definitely have to earn that. So good job.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your future plans. What are your hopes and dreams? What do you hope to do in the
Okay.
future?
It's quite ambitious, but you know. So my
Hey,
goal is,
hey.
well, I got accepted to U of O, University of Oregon,
Good job.
and I'm really proud of myself for that. I'm going to go there for cinematography, so like
Oh,
becoming a director. I'm going to get a major in that,
oh
and then
my
I'm
gosh.
also going to a double major in performance arts,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to a minor in Japanese studies and German studies. Learn the
Cool.
languages. Hopefully, sophomore year of college, I'll be going to Japan for about 2 semesters.
Oh my gosh, you have so many plans. This is so awesome. Keep going.
And then in senior year of college, I'll be going to Germany, hopefully, for 2
Mm-hmm.
semesters. My goal is to hopefully get a couple movies out there, like the documentaries or like indie films before I leave college for good. I'm going to be hopefully I'm going to be knowing 3 languages by the end of college. So
Wow. That does not sound too ambitious to me at all. I think that those are amazing plans. I wish you well. Um, maybe if you could give any advice to anybody who is an underclassman watching this, what would you tell them? How do you develop those kinds of plans as a person in high school?
let's see. When I was a freshman, I thought I was going to be going to United States Air Force Academy.
Oh,
I thought
wow.
I was going to be a pilot in the Air Force. I changed my mind late junior year. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be famous. I want to use my fame to help people. It's what speaks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you grow up in crime because I did. My birth dad was a drug dealer. He was in prison multiple times of his life, different charges. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
not letting that affect me.
Wow.
That's my
Yeah.
best. Like
Yeah. Thank you so
let.
much for sharing that with us, Richie. That's
Mhm.
awesome how you can kind of turn things around and kind of work towards the positive. So what have you been doing during this quarantine to kind of keep you positive and rejuvenated and ready for the future?
Well, I've been bike riding a lot. I've been working on schoolwork, of course, even though I'm a senior. I don't really have to, but
Uh-huh.
it's up here.
Yes,
But
yes, you got to keep it sharp. Keep it sharp.
yeah, let's see. Well, I built the computer. That helped me. That gave me
Yeah,
something to do.
that is a huge, huge task.
Hmm.
Still can't believe it.
Yeah, and
So yeah, that's awesome, Richie. I appreciate your ambition. I think if you read in the comments, you're getting lots of love. I
mm,
just appreciate you always being willing to, step up to the plate and kind of share your story. I think it's definitely coincides with what you want to do for a career. So we'll be on the lookout. We'll be watching for you, okay? Make sure you reach back and tell us to look up some of your movies, all right?
I got you. Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much, Richie.
Of
Have a good day.
course. You too. Bye.
Wow, he's awesome. Okay. Mekdes, you're next. So let me bring you in. That's awesome, y'all. I know I could definitely use some of his ambition for sure. For sure. Mekdes, hi. How
Hi,
are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. How are you holding in there?
I am doing good. It's a little tough, but I am surviving.
Good. So maybe we're talking about our senior year, and I think a lot of it is focused on this quarantine, but I want you to kind of give us a highlight or some insight about how your senior year was going before all of this craziness happened.
Yeah, I think just before this happened, I was just like working on college applications. I think I was just getting my decisions and like doing more research onto things and just applying to as much scholarships as I could. and just like, I was just about, doing
Mm-hmm.
like what any senior would do, just doing, my assignments for classes,
Mm-hmm.
connecting with friends. Yeah. So,
Awesome. If you had to choose one big highlight of this whole senior year, what would it be?
that is interesting because I don't think it would be like a specific like it would be a specific like occasion or anything like that. I would think like it would be more of a time, like a moment where I thought like even though like things are crazy, even though like college applications, it was all hectic and everything, for a moment I had a thought that was like everything's gonna be all right,
Yeah.
and when I felt that, I thought that was a really nice moment, and I think I saw a lot of growth within myself at that moment of just like acknowledging the challenges, acknowledging difficulties, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time staying hopeful and positive about things.
Yeah. Awesome. That kind of reminds me of an ISP goal that we had. I think that you
Hmm.
said that you wanted to kind of find your spiritual life or pray or meditate, a couple times a week.
Hmm.
How has that been going for you?
It's been going really, really well. A lot of times when I'm like really busy with school and extracurricular activities, I had less time to just like focus on like spirituality and just like emotional health and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel like I have more time,
Yeah.
and it seems like I can dedicate my time toward like what I feel like is most important at this stage of my life.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've been doing that. I've been just like setting aside like an hour or like 2 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
for just like praying or meditation, and just like
Yeah.
that has been really good.
That's so good. I think that we all have kind of felt that need to kind of get out of our own heads and
Mm,
take this time and really, really utilize it in that way. Um,
yeah.
so kind of switching gears here, what are your future plans? Any colleges or commitments that you have?
Yes, I have committed to attending. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it this way. I will be attending Wellesley College,
Yeah.
in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, girl, that's amazing. Tell us a little bit about why you chose to go there.
Um, so it's a women's college. I have like its poster right here on like my computer. But it's a women's college. And
So awesome.
it has like a good track record of, training the best, brilliant, smartest women in the US and abroad. And I feel like, they've been doing that for generations, and that's the mission that they started with.
Mm-hmm.
They are, pretty selective and, very like small cohort.
Yeah.
So I was really privileged to even be a part of, that, to
Yeah.
have the opportunity to be part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was really glad. I was honored to be there. So yeah, I chose that school. And
That's
they have a really good academic program that I think can support my academic ambitions and my future plans career-wise.
That is amazing. I'm so proud of you. I think everybody is showing you lots of love in the comments because that's just awesome. So what advice would you give a young girl? What advice would you give her to kind of get where you are now, to be accepted into like such a prestige? Like you said, they're very selective and they chose you, so there's nothing small about that. What would you kind of say to somebody who's younger, a younger girl that's watching you? What's some advice you would give her to get where you are today?
I would say first, dream big, and
Dream big.
that's cliche, like everybody says it, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but actually like dream big.
Yeah.
Like I like at the start of senior, I never thought I'd get to this point. I didn't know if I was gonna get into Wellesley.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I did like limit myself. Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm applying to Harvard, I'm applying to Johns Hopkins, I'm applying
Yes.
to Wellesley.
I love it.
I applied. I didn't get to Harvard, I didn't get to Johns Hopkins, but guess what? I got to Wellesley. So
Yep.
just like dream big, because that really opens the door. If you can't really imagine and dream big, you can't really work toward it. So that's the first step I would say. So dream big. And as a freshman, there were a lot of great people that were around me when they were seniors. And, you know, the one person, Sydney Gregory, I was on the mock trial team with her, and she went to MIT, and I was like, oh, girl, I see you, and I'm gonna dream big, you know?
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's
Yeah,
the
it's like,
epitome of women empowering women and girls empowering girls. And that's what gets you accepted to a college like that. I think that they saw
yeah,
what everybody sees in you, which is just the
mhm,
potential, and not even just the future potential, but where you're at right now is just
mhm,
it's so amazing and it's inspiring. So I'm so proud of you. Good
yeah,
job. This is so
yeah,
exciting. Keep up the good work, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
yeah,
Thanks, Smash
thank you.
Days. Oh man, she is just amazing. That's awesome. Talk about inspiring, y'all. These kids inspire me so much. I love my kids. Let's bring Jalen in. What's up, Jalen?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good? What have you been
Yeah.
up to lately?
I just been like on my computer doing edits and stuff. I've been like working out with some friends, some of the football
Hmm.
players, and just
Still
been chilling in
social
the house.
distancing though, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all are
yeah,
6 feet apart. Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, cool. What kind of you've been working on your video editing? Is that what I heard you say?
Well, like photography, editing, and video. I've been doing like both, a little bit of both. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
So everybody peep his work. So tell us what your highlight of your senior year has been. What's just the best
Uh,
part? The
I
first thing
have
that
to
comes to
say,
your
I'll probably have to say the football season. I've been playing football for just for 4 years. And I
head.
really like this is my senior year, and I probably won't ever play football again. So probably football
Mm-hmm.
season.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of being able to say like, oh my gosh, what was the last game like, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Um,
Like what was your feelings as a
like
senior having to be your last game?
it was probably like hurtful because it was the playoffs and it was like
Mhm.
win or go home, and it was like after we lost, I really didn't know like what to do because I would like been playing football my whole life. So it was like this is really ending and like it's really over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that experience?
Just to like there's other things to do in life but play
Hmm.
football.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because all my
Yeah.
life growing up, I've been like football, football, football. And
Mm-hmm.
now that there's no football, it's like what to do next.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Speaking of what to do next, tell us a little bit about your future plans.
I plan on going to a 4-year college. I don't know where I'm going yet.
Still up in the
Um,
air.
yeah, still up in the air, still trying to make my decision.
Mm-hmm.
But 4-year college, I plan on studying photography and business or video editing and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Cool, cool. That's exciting. Um, let's see. Tell us something that you have learned through this whole time of quarantine or social distancing, something that surprised, um, or something that you
Um,
just learned.
like I would have to say probably like it's crazy because the whole like United States is like like not on shutdown, but like on shutdown. Like you can't
Mm-hmm.
do nothing. Like it's crazy to see this, like see this happening. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just crazy. I
Yeah,
never thought I would see this.
yeah. What have you learned from it, though?
What have I learned from it? Not to take things for granted, because like you can
Absolutely,
like, yeah, not to take things
absolutely.
for granted.
Yeah. Okay, Jalen. Well, you are a man of wisdom. So, do you have any advice for any underclassmen that may be watching this?
I mean, stay focused. Like, don't get unfocused with school. Like, get your grades together and stuff, and start doing scholarships and stuff early. Don't wait.
Yes,
Don't wait.
huge.
That's
Hear
what I
that,
would
y'all?
say.
Don't wait. That is really good advice.
Yeah.
Um, Thanks, Jalen, for
Yep.
tuning in. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay, bye. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Rico, where you at? Here you are. Y'all doing okay? How's everybody doing? These kids are awesome, huh? I can't believe how great they are. Hey, Rico.
Hello, what's going on?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Right? Yeah. What you been up to during this time?
Not much. Just music.
Music?
Trying out new stuff, exercising, playing
Nice.
new games.
Cool. So
Stuff like
trying
that.
some new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how your senior year has been going, kind of pre-quarantine days.
My senior year was going pretty good. We were I've just, like I said, been playing a lot of music. Before the quarantine, we've been doing. Me and my band have been trying to kind of get some attention. We had a
Yeah.
plan to perform at an event, but it got canceled because of the coronavirus.
Oh,
So,
dang it.
yeah.
That's dope. The band though. What's your guys' name?
Baby Schmunk.
What?
Baby Schmunk. Like funk, but schmunk.
Baby Schmunk, y'all.
Yeah.
Follow, you guys got an Instagram?
No, we don't. We're thinking about making a account for people to follow.
Okay.
But,
That's a cool name. That sounds like it would be a band name for sure. Baby Schmunk. Okay, Rico. So you're very musically inclined. And I remember when we were doing ISPs together, you were kind of working on a project. How has that been going? Maybe you could tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so my project that we discussed, I've been trying to complete an album for my senior year, just as a collection of like stuff just to remember, to hold on to when I eventually go away. But it's been going pretty good so far. Finished another song.
Awesome.
So we're one step closer, so
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. Just trying to expand my repertoire, kind of like.
Yeah, that's so dope. What would you say is your music?
I'm sorry, you cut out for that entire thing. Could you say that one more time?
Yeah, I said, who's kind of your inspiration for having so much passion for music?
I don't know. I guess I just I guess I don't have really an inspiration. I just always like really liked music. And I always felt that, like, you know, if I find something that I like, then I should put all my effort into it. I guess my mom, because my mom kind of taught me that.
Yeah.
Just to like give your all in stuff that you really like, that you really love. So then, you know, you can get some good results out of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it sounds like you're spending your time very wisely, very productively through all of your music endeavors. So tell us a little bit about your future, because I know you have some plans. So maybe you could share that with us.
Yeah, I plan to go to Xavier University down in New Orleans to
New Orleans.
study music and to also become a computer scientist, because I like games, I like apps, I like coding. Coding's pretty fun. So I've been that's just kind of like where I'm at. That's one of my two loves right now. It's just music and technology, I guess.
Do you think that those kind of coincide a little bit together, like the theory with music and then coding? Have you noticed like a pattern at all?
Kind of. There's like music is kind of like everywhere, and so like it's kind of natural that it gets like merged with technology, and like you kind of see that with like certain games have like phenomenal soundtracks, or like, you know, certain there's like stuff on apps where people share their music. There's like specific apps for that, like SoundCloud and Instagram and Facebook. You know, it's just a lot of the times they overlap with each other.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely. What's the number one thing you're most excited about going down to Xavier? Because I think everybody's really like thinking it's so awesome that you're going there. Music's going to be great. Food's going to be great. What's the number one thing you're super excited about?
Oh, I'm just the culture down in New Orleans, because I've been there. I went there last summer, and I really vibe with the vibes they got down there. They have cultures. There's like music everywhere. You like walk down the street, there's like somebody performing. And it's beautiful. I love the place. the culture. I love the food's definitely good. I'm definitely looking forward to going down there. And fishing's pretty big down there too. So I'm a big fisherman.
Awesome. You have so many things that you're interested in. I think that's amazing. One more thing before I let you go. Do you have any advice for any underclassmen?
Find something you like doing, because once you find it, working won't become working anymore. It just becomes something that you like to do. So just say yes to things, because you never know what you're gonna like. So, and like, I didn't know what I was gonna like, but I said yes to many things, and I eventually found something that I enjoy, and I stuck with it, and I'm still doing it now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You hear that, y'all? Find something you like, because then it doesn't seem like work. I think that is the best advice. We all need to take that. Thank you, Rico, so much for hopping on here with us. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's awesome. Okay, last one, y'all. Where's my girl at? Nadia, you still on here? Nadia, can you just request? It's hard for me to go through all these people. Oh, here you are. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see if... There you are. Hey, Nadia, how are you?
I'm good.
Good? Is it just you, or is your sister joining us too?
Nadia, are you joining? She's standing here, so I guess that's a no.
Okay, that's okay. I get it.
But I can talk for her too, because I know some of her plans.
Yeah, you're the more talkative twin. That's how it always goes. That's how I was too. I was always behind on the other side of the camera, and my sister would be in the front. So I feel for Nadia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit. Tell us how your senior year has been going before all this craziness happened.
Before all this craziness happened, I kind of hit a lazy spot during senior year. I was kind of getting kind of lazy, slacking and stuff. So it made me just kind of like regret not giving more effort, kind of like the last times I was in the building, because I didn't really know that it would be the last time I would be in the building. So
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I think that it was really, that's a good topic to bring up, because it's real life, right?
Yeah,
it's real life. Like, we look back and be like, dang, I think I shoulda, coulda, probably
yeah.
harder,
Should have
right?
went to math a little more.
Yeah, everybody could be like looking back like, oh, you mean I could be done? Dang.
Yeah.
You know, so that's actually a good topic to bring up. But what is like the number one highlight of this year? What has that number one thing been for you?
I think the number one highlight for me was kind of getting like all my college acceptance letters, and like being able to be like, wow, I really got into, like, because I got into some of my top schools. Like, I got into Morgan State, I got into Tuskegee, I got into like some of my top schools. So then like being able to like tone it down and picking which one I wanted to go to, that was probably like the most exciting for me. And then getting a scholarship on top of that for like a school that wasn't in state. So like knowing that people like see my academics and all that stuff was kind of like a big deal for me.
That is awesome. So speaking of schools or future plans, can you share with us a little bit about what yours are?
All right. So in the fall, I will be attending Dillard University, studying. I'm going to be majoring in biology and minoring in business. Yeah, I'm gonna be minoring in business in hopes to like open my own dental office someday for like low income families and stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in a couple of months.
That is amazing. And like you mentioned, you had gotten a lot of acceptance letters.
Yeah.
What kind of made you narrow it down to Dillard?
Well,
it was kind of a hard choice.
It was a hard choice, but like when I had to like really like weigh kind of like some of my options, because at the end of the day, I am a twin. So I was like, okay, if they're not really talking money, I can't really, I can't really go there. Sometimes, like with me, I always think of my twin in the back of my head. Like, I'm not gonna, because it's two of us, so I'm not gonna just like, oh, I'm gonna go to Morgan State with no scholarship, no nothing. So I think I chose Dillard because they gave me money. Not only because they gave me money, but it's like a homely feeling. Like, I didn't get to visit the campus, but I talked, like, I'm in a group chat with people in my class. Like, it's like a homely feeling. So
yeah, so you're already starting to make a little bit of a community there. That's awesome. That's really great. Does Nadija have any ideas of where she may be going to school?
I think she got Winston-Salem at the top of her list.
Okay, so she's gonna be making a decision here soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
I think she's going between two, but I think I've been hearing a little bit about Winston-Salem a little more. So I think might be her school.
Okay. Well, awesome. It's been this year it's been really fun to watch you and your sister, both you guys excel so well academically. And I think that is something that young girls really need to look up to. And so with that being said, do you have any advice for any underclassmen who are watching this? You know, how do they get from Jefferson High School to Dillard?
Of course. Well, for me and my sister had just got back. We went to Jeff like in like the middle of junior year, so it was kind of like different. We kind of got thrown off. But I'd say stay true to yourself. Don't be trying to be in the mix. Like, go for your goal, go for your purpose. Like for me, by the end of junior year, I had all my credits for senior year. So I was like, I just went in there with a goal. Like, I'm just trying to get this done to start my next step. So I just say, be true to yourself, meet your end goal, and just excel from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, girl. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. I'll
too.
talk to you a little bit later.
Okay.
Stay safe out there.
You too.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, y'all. So those are just a couple of kids from my caseload that I wanted to shout out, but I literally want to shout out every single kid on my caseload. I came in as taking over for someone else, and it was Ryan, and he's really cool and super dope. So I'm like, dang, these kids aren't even gonna like me, but they kind of like me. So I was just like super, super blessed to have them as a caseload. So shout out to Cole, Sierra, the twins, Jaden, Ethan, Chris, Brennan, Lulu, Rico, Salam, Kayla, Ashan, Quinaya, Bubbles, Mecta, Sonia, Asha, Lauren, Jalen, Valeria. I'm not done. Deandro, Zariah, David, Richie, Estelle, Emily, Ellen, and Kate. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being just the most amazing caseload. I love you guys so much. One last announcement before I let us go is we will be celebrating our class of 2020 tomorrow at 6 p.m. Any seniors on here, if you have not gotten your link, just text your coordinator. And we will get you the link. We want to celebrate all of you guys. It's been a hard year, but it's been a really great year, and we're all so blessed to have each other. So make sure that we stay connected, and I will see you all at 6 p.m. tomorrow for our senior celebration. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure everybody tunes in on Thursday, I believe it's at 11, for Rashad Taylor giving senior shout outs to his caseload. Love you guys.